What's good? What's good? YouTube. Okay, let's do it. All right, so let's give a nice little breakdown of what's going on in the market. Okay, I want to go over Tesla. Tesla looks like they're holding this trend line right here, but uh, it looks like they can possibly break at some point this little trend line. So to probably take out these little guys down here, these low. Let's see what I can find here. Hello. Yeah, this thing look like it can definitely correct at some point. So I got my eye on that. Let's see. Delete this. Okay, I want to do the numbers on this. I want to give the ranges and what it can possibly do for the upside and the downside. Okay, so let's go to the calculator. So we had a close yesterday at 350. So 350, 25 cents. So 350 with an ATR plus $13.52. All right, so we can get as high as 363 to the upside. Just want to mark these ranges. Let's check 1352. All right, we can get as low as 336 to the downside. All right, so we have two inside candles on the daily, and they didn't break this inside candle yesterday. So now we have a 1-1, and then we're going to see if it's going to be a 1-1-2 down or a 1-1-2 up. And by the look of this candle, look like it's already trying to break down in the pre-market to open up underneath this. And so put entry would be right here on a daily. And the target to the downside is here. These are the targets along the way. So depending on how many contracts you get, you can sell some at each level as far as daily. And if they decide to push bullish, the entry for calls back to the upside. Trigger for calls is at 357, and the target up there on the daily. Boom. Okay, so we got those daily levels. And then we have inside on the 4-hour. And so let's see that right there, and there's a put entry. Okay. And then you pretty much got these levels to the downside. And let's see. Okay, so we got a 4-hour fair value gap right here. Need to be aware of those gaps that they can close along the way. We got a 4-hour PT. Four-hour price target down there. And then let's do it for the upside. Trigger for the 4-hour call entry. I'm trying to figure out which ways I want to reduce all this a little extra. Trying to find some cleaner templates. It's a call trigger for the 4-hour. To the upside. Okay, back to the upside. We got a 4-hour fair value gap right there. Boom. Okay, so these are some good levels for Tesla. 2 down on Tesla. And they can, yeah. This technically would be a call entry right here at 352. Back to the upside on the 1 hour, but I'm not trading on that. Staying on the bigger time frames. But these are the levels for Tesla. Let's see what they did overnight, because I feel like the market ain't. I don't know if Tesla really did any big movement in the pre-market. Yes, extremely tight range. I'm trying to break it down now. So understand, when I'm marking the pre-market highs and pre-market lows, it's just a level of reaction that it can bounce off of or reject off of, because big money's sitting there. And so those levels are important. So yeah, it's a tight range overnight, just $3. And I haven't been live because I've been traveling. So I'm happy to be back live today to go over some charts for y'all. So this is what I'm seeing on Tesla. Look like we're going to open up below those put entry levels, and those targets are green and white right here along the way for value gaps. For our price target, daily price targets are in the green. So, and they can get as low as the ATR range, 336. They really decide to get bearish. And this is another little trend line that I'm seeing. They break that, they can start to come down here and take all these guys out. Yeah, definitely come back down here to this little broadening formation right here on the 4-hour. So we'll see. All right, so those are the Tesla levels. Let's go over SPY. This month has been very, very boring, man. This since especially since this August has been, man. You only had really 2 good days for real in August. The whole month, 2 or 3 good days. All this been chopped. Very, very annoying. Okay, so let's get the levels for SPY. So SPY closed at 765, 91 cents. With an ATR $6. That's the problem. The ATR is only $6.49. Very small ranges. Need the ATR to be much, much, much bigger. So let's see. All right, let's do the math. 765, 91 cents plus $6.49. All right, you can get as high as 772 today. $0.40. All right, let's see the lower ATR. All right, you can get as low as 759. 759, 42 cents. All right, bet. We got a 2 up, which is a put entry to the downside on the daily. That will be the target. Second TP. And then you got a gap fill right here. I think this is where they're really trying to go. Eventually, they might try to do a little bounce, whatever, but eventually they come to close this gap on the daily. They're definitely going to close it. So those are targets to the downside. Let's go 4 hour. If you do your back testing and research on as far as the strat, I'm trying not to strat. So I noticed that most times, the second half of the day, especially like on SPY and other stocks, the last 4 hour candle is usually, majority of the time, is usually an inside candle. And so with inside candles, you can get entries to the bottom and the top because it has to break that one candle and go take out the other side of that candle at some point. All right, so we got to put entry on a 4 hour. And we got to call entry right here. So we do got a trigger for some calls. Four-hour trigger calls. And these are the targets along the way that they can go and hit. There's a gap right here too on the 4 hour to the upside, but yeah. Let's see. 4 hour gap fill right there. Boom. Okay. I'm not going to chart out the hour because I don't want to go off of that. I'm going to go on the bigger time frames. So these are the levels. It just feels like the market wants to stay inside the range all day. So I would be very, very careful. But this is the ranges for what it could do. If they're not taking out none of these targets to the upside or the downside, then this is going to be a lot of chop. Okay, NVIDIA got earnings. So let's see what NVIDIA can do. But they got earnings after the bell. So let's see what they can do possibly for today. Stuck inside day. And so, all right, they had a close yesterday at 213. $6.40 with the ATR. All right, let's do the math. I want to get the ranges on this today because NVIDIA is going to be a big one. Hopefully, NVIDIA can be the one that really moves the market. Okay. All right, they can get as high as 219 today. So they can run up before the bell if they want. Okay, so 213.05, 213.05, subtract $6.40. All right, so they can get as low as 206 today. Okay, so if they break to the upside of this, it'll be a call entry on a daily. And then the target would be boom. Put entries at 210.05. And the target would be down here if they trigger that. If they so decide to try to actually hit that target. I would imagine though, I'd be really surprised if NVIDIA breaks outside of this range today. I'd be really shocked unless, the big dogs found out something we didn't. It's an inside candle, so you call entry for both ways. Inside candle on the 4 hour. Okay, so 4 hour might be a good intraday play for them. All right, so they pretty much got the targets at those levels. Let's see. Oops. All right. So these are the levels for the 4 hour. I had inside candle on an hour too. So like I said, I'm not playing on the hour, but I will mark this 1 hour gap fill to the downside just in case they do decide to sell off. All right. See what they did in the pre-market. Extended hours. All right, this is your range. This is the range right here. And yeah, let's see what NVIDIA does. Let's see what they do. If they stay inside this pre-market high and low, it's going to be a choppy day for majority of the day until earnings come out. I don't really expect too much to happen on NVIDIA, but anything can happen in this market. So this is what I would say to just look out for these levels, these ranges, just in case they do decide to get bullish or bearish. But I think of course, we all know that after the market is going to really start to ramp up, especially for the entire market. So we'll see. I don't expect big movement at all till after the market. So, all right. Let's see what we can find on the ES. Let's go to, okay, so got a 2 up on the day. Still stuck inside candle on this. Got 8 hours left. We still stuck inside of yesterday's previous day range. So PDH, previous day high. And we got previous day low. PDL. We're still stuck in those ranges. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, we got an hour left for this inside candle for 4 hour. Let's see if that did they trigger that to the downside? Yeah, this is a 3. So all right, we got a 3 to the downside. 2 hours still stuck on the 3. They're trying to take these out to the downside. It's pretty much just floated. I've been selling this last hour. You got this little trend line right here. And this right here. This high and this high is kind of wedging a little bit. And now it's starting to break down. You can even bring that back down to here. But yeah, let's see. It's just a very choppy market. I mean, all of this yesterday was kind of crazy. We're still stuck inside of all of this. So this previous day range, to me, is what I would be looking at. I'm going to highlight these. I'm going to set alerts at these levels. So we break outside of this range, 7,714, 7,659. When we break outside that range, I'm expecting the market to get busy. Yeah, it's tight off in here. But the big thing is, I think the market will eventually come and hit this level right here. This is a daily gap. Let's see if I can. Yeah, right there. It's a daily gap fill. I think they eventually come down and close this gap. We'll see how it reacts because we got all this that it can retrace to the downside. So Yeah, this is my analysis on the market. Qs. Okay, Qs had. Let's do Qs real quick. QQQ 710 72. They can get as high as 721. All right, we got a 2 up. So we got to put entry right here on the daily. They can come take out these down to the downside. See, boom. We got a daily fair value gap. Right there, they need to come and take out. Okay, inside candle on a 4 hour, like almost every day. I can't wait till this market start trending again. It's a lot of traders that are very frustrated right now just with this tight range in the market. This is what happened a lot of times after really big moves up or big moves down. But mainly big moves up. They just choppy. They just stay choppy in the range. Okay, 4 hour price target. And we got a call entry on a 4 hour back to the upside. So we got all of these back to the upside on a 4 hour. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, these are the levels. These are my levels for QQQ, and hopefully they'll break out of this range eventually. 2 up on an hour. So you got it. Oh, that's a. I think that's a. Is that a 3? Might be 2. Yeah, it's a 3. So we don't try threes on that. So yeah, but yeah, we'll see. So these are my levels for the market. If they really get busy, like I said, they can hit these targets to the upside or the downside. We will see. So good luck out there. I'm pretty much risk off for the month of August, but I'm still going to show up and get my mental reps for the market. If I do play, like I said, to be extremely light position size, I took it light all month. I have not played heavy. I'm already mentally in September. I really don't think this thing is really going to start to really make big moves for real, if I got to be honest, to after I think the holidays. So I think it's like Labor Day weekend. Um, I don't think that until after that September, that first weekend of September, I don't think that the market is going to give really big movement until then, because I think it's going to be kind of choppy into the holidays. So we'll see. But you never know with this market, man. This is some of the craziest times ever. Just a lot of people are hurting the economy. $40 trillion in debt. It's just a lot going on, but there's opportunities out there, and we just got to find it and be patient. And when it shows up, we got to just be ready to strike when the iron is hot. So if you're looking to join the group, please click the link in the description. XPX Blueprint is the name And I greatly appreciate y'all. If y'all can give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend, I appreciate y'all, man. Other than that, I'll see y'all on the next video. I'm going to be tapping in with my group here shortly. All right, peace.